I'm Jeff Marion. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's the most common serious injury that you can get from a vaccine? The answer might surprise you. My name is Jeff Marion, and this video will help you navigate the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. And I'm here to help you get through that and also help you navigate personal injury law, whether you've been injured in a car crash, a truck crash, or in a fall, or by an unsafe product. I've been fighting for people injured in car crashes, truck crashes, in falls, and by unsafe products for over 25 years now. I'm also a member of the Vaccine Injured Petitioners Bar Association. Believe it or not, the most common adverse reaction to a vaccine has its own acronym. It's called SIRVA, Shoulder Injury Related to Vaccine Administration. What is SIRVA? It's pain and limitation of range of motion in the shoulder where you received the vaccination for at least 6 months after you were vaccinated. It's a covered injury under the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. Just a quick refresher. If you do suffer an injury in a vaccine, you have to file in the Federal Court of Claims, and there is a vaccine court that exists called the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. It's an informal, no-fault setup where it's designed for you to bring your proof, and there's certain covered vaccines and certain covered injuries. If you do have something else, you can bring in that proof and bring in that testimony, and your attorney's fees are paid if you're successful, as well as your costs. But getting back to SIRVA, or the shoulder injury, this happens in almost all cases because of the way the vaccine is administered in adults. Usually the vaccine is going to be injected into muscle tissue. When you're watching people getting the COVID-19 vaccine, you can see whoever's administering, the doctor, the nurse, feeling around on the shoulder. And what they're doing is they're looking for the right place in the muscle to inject the vaccine, usually in the deltoid muscle. Now, without getting into it, there's a right way and a wrong way to inject a vaccine. What you're seeing here is not medical advice, not a medical health professional, but I can give you some legal advice and explain how these injuries occur. There's again a right way and a wrong way to inject a vaccine. You have to use the right needle size, and you want to inject it at a 90-degree angle. Now, where the problem arises if the injection site is too high up in the shoulder and the needle goes into the bursa or even into the bone. There are cases out there where the needle struck an artery. This is a serious injury. Don't get me wrong here. These kinds of injuries can require surgery. They may impact your ability to do your job. They may impact your ability to do all of the things that you love to do. Believe it or not, 50% of medical professionals do not know that this type of structural damage to the shoulder can happen as a result of a vaccine injection. Last week we talked about when you might want to opt out of the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. If after 240 days the special master assigned to your case hasn't issued a decision, you can opt out and sue in court. And you may want to do that because the negligent administration of a vaccine can be considered medical malpractice. It can be considered ordinary negligence depending on who gives it to you. If it's a doctor or a healthcare center, it may be a malpractice case, and you're going to want to consult with a medical malpractice attorney. If it's a pharmacy, depending on your state, it may very well be ordinary negligence, and that's a different standard. So we can get into the different standards on negligence versus medical malpractice in future videos. Also, again, you have to be aware, and you also want to consult with a specialized attorney because you may have statute of limitation issues as it relates to a medical malpractice claim. There are certain time limits in which you can file a medical malpractice claim or any kind of negligence claim in court, and you should consult with an attorney and be aware of those. They can vary from state to state. If you believe you have suffered a permanent and serious adverse reaction to a vaccine, contact me. You can reach me through my website. You can email me. The address is below. My website is www.jeffmarionlaw.com. You can contact me through Facebook, facebook.com/JeffMarionLaw. You can like my page and message me there. Also, we have free PDFs available about vaccines and the COVID-19 vaccine. If you found the information in this video helpful, like the video, share it with your friends, share it on social media, check us out on Facebook, check out my website, and hit that subscribe button. It's in the corner or on the main page. Leave your comments below, especially if you have questions or you have other subjects you'd like me to cover. I'm always checking out the comments. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we'll see you next week.